Well, I mean, so much of where graphics is going is it's not just sculpting an environment, but actually simulating something and creating a kind of physics simulator of the world. And that is the next step to unlocking the human imagination. We want to be able to imagine things and then create them, right? But I think what's really missing, even once you have a physics simulation, is you don't have a social simulation, you don't have a kind of psychological simulation. But what you kind of want is to be able to sketch a character and have that character come alive. You want to be able to create a character from a storyboard and then be able to give it direction, the way you give direction to an actor. Be like, when you're entering this scene, do it in a way that, conveys that the character is sad or grieving about this. And this, everything, all of our movements are imbued with emotion. Like the way that we walk, the way that we hold ourselves together, how we sit down, how we move objects around in our vicinity, and of course our expressions and our voice. And I think actors are brilliant at capturing all of that. And I think that's what really gives characters authenticity and makes us want to empathize with them. Like we see that nuance in emotional behavior, and it's what makes us feel like we're in this character's shoes and feel the conflicts. And I think if AI is going to generate characters that have that effect, it needs to be able to capture all of those nuances of how people move through the world and express their emotions.
I think we're getting there. I mean, I think there's a lot of, if I was to dial back how many times digital actors have been used in feature films, people would be surprised how long it's been. It's easier to use a digital double for a challenging scene and stuff, not close-ups in the beginning. But we're seeing, Benjamin Button was a huge milestone and was main character that was, CG driven, stuff like that. More and more, we've seen Gemini Man, we've seen, look at The Irishman, the work that was done on that. All of those characters in there were CG. They were driven by the emotions, but that were trained into the computer that were then applied to the 3D model. And so you believed it was a De Niro or Pesci that were talking, but if you strip it back, it was a 3D animated model that was driven by AI learnings over thousands and thousands of clips and images of that actor in different scenarios, combined with what that actor was to be acting like in that film. So it wasn't just a young De Niro, it was the character in the film dialed younger through CG, through the acting. Incredible work on those things. So we are seeing it take place, but will we get to the point where you can just sit down at a blank canvas and say, I want this kind of an actor, this kind of an actor, this kind of an actor? Yeah, it won't be far. I mean,
it'll get there.
Yeah.